what should be the expectation that the day one conversation and then the 3 month conversation when you're onboarding and all that sort of process? What do you how do you think people should manage their expectations when they start that conversation?
You mean before they engage with Envirosuite?
When they start to engage,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, look, we're really the Envirosuite solution is quite broad. It's the product that we primarily are involved with, Andres and I, is called Omnis, and it's Latin for everything. So it can do lots of different, can do lots of not broad. Broad's the wrong word. It's very flexible, and it
Mm,
can do lots of different things. So early on, most of our work is really trying to understand where specifically can we help the most.
mhm.
Um, what is the primary challenge from an environmental management point of view, and how can our technology help to solve that problem? Because it can do lots of different things in lots of different ways, whether you have lots of sensors or no sensors, whether you uh, inherently trust or distrust modeling as a solution. Those sort of questions are really important, and also where the organisation is at. Who is driving this in
Mm,
from the customer side? Where is it coming from? Is it coming from the regulator? Is it coming from a desire for continuous improvement, environmental management? Is it coming from some particular operational need? All of those things are really important through the early stage to make sure that we get a good fit with a particular customer, and then we go from there. As Andres said, we still retain a lot of specialist expertise in the subject matter, and that phase is very much around fitting the technology to the particular problem, and I guess that's Andres will have a different perspective here, but that's where I'm really focused in terms of making our technology fit as closely as possible.
so just to clarify, if someone doesn't have every sensor that they maybe think they should, that's not sort of a reason to not have the conversation.
Yeah, yeah, exactly right. We can operate a solution with no sensors. There's things you can do with global data sets.
Mm,
There's things you can do with just a weather station. There's things you can do with one or two air quality or noise sensors, and then there's a whole bunch of different things you can do if you have more.
right.
So, and then there's if you have just a regulatory sensor as opposed to low cost, a broad network of low cost sensors. There's lots of different things you can do, lots of different solutions to a problem. So those problems we talked about is finding the root cause of your issue quickly, responding quickly, understanding which action you should take. They can all be done in different ways, depending on what you have in place and what you're willing to put into place. So that's really the focus of the initial engagement for us.
Hmm.
And then after that, after it's in, it's really much around optimizing it to get the most value from it for a particular organization. It could be around where should you locate your network? What should your triggers be? What should
Hmm.
your actions be?
Right.
What should your investigation look like? How much of your investigation happens within the Envirosuite platform? How much of it happens through your corporate processes? And that all of those questions we need to understand the answers to have a good outcome.